Hey guys, B-Drags here, and we are back with Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, episode 3. Just to recap on episode 2, we made it to our first city in Portland, Maine. We talked to the guy who was stalking the seagulls. We talked to the French lady with the cut on her throat. We went in the, where did we go? We went in the lighthouse and stayed there for the night with the two men. So now we're going to leave Portland, and what I wanted to do was try out hitchhiking. I mean, the town's right over there, but hitchhiking is a thing. How do you even hitchhike? I forgot how to hitchhike. Nope. Okay, cues to hitchhike. Let's see if we could pick up a ride, because to get from Portland to, okay, let's see. We got a ride? How do we? No, we don't have a ride. Okay. Um. Come on, someone pick me up. I really don't feel like walking to a different state. Okay. So we're getting a ride. Where we're gonna end up, nobody knows except the guy driving the car, I guess. I'm still very lost on a lot of things in this game. Like, I don't understand what's good with my inventory. Like, do I have anything in my inventory? I can't even check while I'm hitchhiking. Okay. We've made it to Boston. Inventory's not looking too good. Alright, let's explore Boston.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
I love the detail of with identical haircuts. That's funny. What's going on?
The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams. They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him. "No, 32.
Oh, wow.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling. "Take a photo of us," the driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Well, let's take the picture, man. Fuck the people that are mad. 32 years of not seeing each other, we're taking the picture right here.
The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road, each brother presses a coin into your hand. When the traffic disperses, you realize they overpaid you quite a shocking amount.
Overpaid. Alright, I don't know. I mean, personally, whenever I'm out somewhere and I need someone to take a picture of me, I give them my phone, have them take a picture of me, and I don't pay them at all. So I guess any amount of money would have been considered overpaying. But regardless, moving on. New story. Two brothers who reconnect up after 30 years. So, sixth story. I want to see where is this at. Two brothers who reconnected. Okay, so right. Okay. Two brothers, 30 years, and is that really the only? Oh, enter Boston. Okay, so that was on the outskirts of Boston. We're gonna enter Boston and see what's good with Boston. Okay. Boston, red brick, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Okay, are we gonna explore, earn money, store? my video game experience always tells me it's a good idea to go to a store, so let's see. Hot apple cider, clam chowder, scrambled eggs sandwich. Well, I mean, we're in Boston, so New England clam chowder. Okay, don't know what that did, but we'll check our inventory. Maybe it's something there. Let's explore a little bit.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
Okay. We could keep walking, but like, let's hail a taxi.
Compelled by the cold and foreboding night, you don't question it as you drag your bones into the cab. But you realize immediately how strange the vehicle is. It's a sleek thing, like a shallow parabola gliding over the street.
A shallow parabola. Okay. Okay.
Where to? He asks. You have to stop and think. Eventually, you name Boston Common, the only landmark you know in this town. He peels off silently. You feel the car move before you hear the engine.
Look out the window.
He takes you through ever odder streets, flanked by painfully clean, gleaming buildings and signage for businesses you don't recognize. Even the air seems different. It doesn't smell so sharply of gasoline and coal. Eventually, you come to a stop.
Well, clearly we have to pay.
The fare's in glowing numbers above his dashboard. It's much too high. Surely a mistake. No charge, he insists. You look like you need a break. And then you find yourself on the curb at Boston Common, under thick moonlight, in a city much as you'd left it before.
Okay, so we can't explore anymore. Let's earn some money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Panhandle, look for work. Well, I'm not a bum, so let's look for work. The factory gates swing open. Who here can use a sewing machine? Shouts the foreman. You can mend holes with a needle and thread, but you haven't lived in the same house as a sewing machine in years. Let's lie. Usually gets you far in life. You're ushered into a factory filled with machines you've never seen before. You see spools of leather straps, sliding frames of steel, nothing you recognize. Well, shit. They explain the machinery to your group, but the instructions are totally mystifying. A thick-armed woman next to you makes a grunt of recognition. She probably actually knows how to use a sewing machine, huh? You know you absolutely cannot fake competency here. Fake a catatonic spell. You let your legs go loose and fall flat onto your ass, dropping your stuff everywhere. The workers in the crowd yelp and back away. The foreman crouches over you in a panic. He slaps you once across the face. Hey, hey! Oh shit, oh shit. Much to your surprise, they're incredibly kind about it. They carry you into a side room and leave you on a cot. You lie there for hours until you're sure they buy it. You get no pay, of course, but they let you go without a fuss, urging you to take it easy. Alright, so we lied and we faked our own death or something, and then now we don't have a job. Okay, great, nice. We made $0. Well, we already went to the store, so... Okay. Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, okay. I feel like I should have panhandled. And I probably shouldn't have bought the clam chowder, because I can't even use the train station. Okay. Shh. Alright. Where is the clam chowder I just bought? Connecticut, Rhode Island. Okay, so I don't have enough money for you, Boston. Okay, well, we got something going on over here. At the border of Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Muddling through the dark, you stumble into the path of the white deer. Its beauty strikes you at once. It is something otherworldly, beyond borders, a moon swimming in the void. Human shouts not far away break the spell. The deer's ears prick up. This thing is being hunted.
Well, we're gonna help the hunted.
You know a way out of here. As the hunter's cries get louder, you approach the deer carefully, palms outstretched. As you grow close, your features become clearer in the light of the deer's aura. It bolts into the path of an oncoming train.
Well, that was definitely the opposite of helping. Sorry, dear. Camp.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me, if you're respectful, that is.
This kid's got 2 dogs, a knife, dope hat. I would assume that this guy's already further ahead in life than I am. I have no money, can't even buy a train, can't even sew, have nothing in my inventory. I bought some clam chowder, clearly I don't even know what the fuck happened to that.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Alright, Quinn.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Flip Cass.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Okay. Here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes the tarot cards. This is the subject of each story here. If you tell the person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject. Okay, so if we tell them a story, they're going to tell us something back that relates. As the night goes on, the icon will move left to right, here. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. If you tell them the types of stories they request, you'll gain their trust and the eye will open. When it opens fully, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Okay, so I guess from what I'm understanding is our goal here is to keep following Quinn and tell him more and more stories so that he tells us more and more about himself, and this eye will open up, and then when it opens up, he'll fully trust us. Let's tell him a story of the Emperor. Excuse me.
Well, that was a lively tale.
So that was the one we told him about, the bootleg, the sisters that we saw in Portland that were bootlegging the alcohol. I forgot what we did with them. What did we do for those sisters? I think, did we give them gas? Something, I don't even remember.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful. You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
Okay. Ghosts and murderers. Well, I don't know Tell the story of two brothers. Okay. Tell the story of the seagulls. Tell the stories of elegant woman from... Oh, wait. Tell the story of the odd silent cab in Boston. Tell the story of an elegant woman in this small town near Maine. Okay, all of these, none of these... let's tell them the story of the deer. Where is it? The white deer, that's what just happened.
Ain't life got enough tear-jerkers in it without telling stories like that?
Oh my god, dude.
Jeez.
I don't have anything about murder.
Freedom. Well, teacher used to talk about freedom like America was eat up with it. But the tramping kind seems to be just about the only real freedom still in supply. Ain't no freedom from an empty stomach or bad weather, unless you're rich.
Well, that's a fact.
Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
Funny? Oh, fuck. Alright, so we're telling the story of this taxi cab ride.
Not sure I quite follow that one.
Yeah, me either, bud. Don't worry about it.
What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion, if that's what you mean. I do fine by myself, so just stick to minding your own. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Okay, well... Two brothers is kind of exciting, right?
I don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me. My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said. I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost no...
A story that scares you, huh? Well, what about a mystery woman with a cut throat?
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day. Sad. Oh, so you think just 'cause I'm young, I gotta be sad, crying after my mama every night.
I don't think that at all.
I don't need you looking after me, so if you're offering, don't. And I thought I told you to be respectful. What you really ought to be asking yourself is if you want to keep enjoying my spot or not. Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Alright, we're not going to Florida. I have no interest in going to Florida in real life or virtually in a video game, so we're just not going for it.
Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again.
Okay, well, Quinn?
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't.
Well, that's very optimistic of you.
Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
Okay, and on that note, we're going to wrap it up here on episode 3. So, to recap, we just got finished talking to Quinn and learned the whole point of the stories here is to tell people so they trust us and they tell us more stories and the stories continue on and on. We went to Boston, we tried to get a job, but we didn't know how to sew, so we faked our own death. Or faked being sick at the least. Got no money out of that. We hitchhiked for the first time from Portland to Boston. We accidentally murdered a deer because we went to go save it and it got scared and ran into an oncoming train. So far so good. I think we're making some progress. Like I said, I'm going to end it here and I'll see you guys in episode 4. Thanks.